Today I want to talk about Walmart. A lot of people talking about Walmart right now in this pandemic, and some people are actually seemingly very upset about Walmart gaining during this process. And I want to defend Walmart here a little bit, but I also want to make an even crazier argument that Walmart actually has empowered us consumers, arguably more than any other single company, will probably continue to empower us further and could potentially be an ally in getting a lot of things that we do want onto the market at scale. So, I mean, first of all, the pandemic and stuff, I don't really think this is Walmart's fault or anything like this. Like, Walmart is considered an essential business. Well, so what? It's got a lot of leverage. I don't think this is Walmart's fault. And this also goes into a lot of the problems that people have with some of the products that Walmart sells. Even myself, I don't like Jameson, Johnson & Johnson, just to name two companies. I don't like them. Walmart sells them, but I don't have to buy those at Walmart. Even if Walmart has stock in those companies can go out of business if we don't buy their products. And Walmart doesn't care about its suppliers. It doesn't care about its employees, really. I worked there, by the way. I worked there for 8 months back when I was 18. This is late 2007 into 2008. And I had a lot of fun there. There was a lot of people my age there. We pretty much kind of got pushed out, by the way. We had a bit of too much personality, wasted a bit too much time talking to each other. They replaced us with boring people. And that's okay. It doesn't need personality. Walmart was never about that. Even though they make you do a little Walmart cheer and stuff when you start the shift, it's kind of crazy. You got to do a Walmart cheer. You got to all get together for like 5 minutes. Do a little Walmart chant. And before you start working there, they show you propaganda in the back room. You got to do your training there. A lot of companies do that. I also worked for Denny's for a short time. They do the similar thing. Show you a little video about the company and Sam Walton and stuff. But they've never been bashful about the fact that they will pursue low prices aggressively. And what that means is pushing suppliers into corners, forcing them to lower their prices ruthlessly, brutally, cheaping out its employees. Right? I'm not here saying that Walmart is a good employer or that it's a good job to work at Walmart. It's not. Even if you're a young person, there's plenty of other jobs that could give you more, teach you more, build you as a person, lay foundations for your future, teach you useful skills. We just had a little bit of fun. We partied and stuff on the side. We hung out, hooked up, dated, all that kind of stuff, right? And that's part of the reason I lost my job too. I was never fired. But since I was at the paint desk, which is a job that's pretty much been eliminated, I think. I don't think they do that anymore. You don't have guys in Walmart mixing paint for people. I think it was expensive for them. I don't think they were making enough money on it. I think too many of them were getting returned, and they don't like that. One of the ways they eliminate prices too, or how they lower prices, or they keep their prices at a certain standard rate, is by not selling damaged goods. So I just mentioned that was one of the things. I knew they didn't like this in the store too. They did not like that people were buying a can of paint for $40, returning it, and then we were putting that off tint or miss tint or whatever we called it for $5. They didn't like that. Walmart has incinerators in the back. If a product is damaged or it's returned damaged or open or whatever, they will incinerate it. They do not give the employees a chance to buy it. They don't give you a chance to buy it at a discount. Now, this might sound bad, but in my opinion, it's very smart and strict on Walmart's part. It reflects its bottom line. It reflects the other things that it does that I'm going to talk about. It does not want to encourage damaged products. A lot of retailers in the past, when I grew up, grocery stores and stuff, they'd give you a discount if you dented a can. Walmart doesn't do that. They say if the can's dented and you don't like it and you don't want to buy it, give it to us. We will destroy it. It's like your mom saying, you better eat this or I'm going to throw it out, trying to guilt you into eating it. But they just don't care. They don't want to set that precedent. They don't want to set a discount opportunity system for employees or anything like that. The person that's in charge of incinerating them, they will be a trusted employee, trusted associate, probably been there for a few years. And yeah, they don't want to encourage you damaging goods. They also don't want really cheap goods. They don't want stuff returned. Back when I worked there, they were infamous for returning anything. They had this crazy return policy. Like, you could return open socks and stuff. And I think it was when I was working there or right after, they stopped that. They said, this is nonsense. People are returning way too much stuff. We can't even sell this stuff if we wanted to. You can't sell open, potentially used, returned underwear, you know? So no, we're not going to take it back. They really stricted up on that. Think about it too with packages, a lot of electronics. You could just go and scratch a TV and be like, hey, I want the 20 or 30% discount on this. They don't want that. They don't want you scratching TVs. If you don't like it, no. Right? If it's damaged, no. Sometimes, rarely, you'll see a discount rack. Maybe in the holidays, it's not common in Walmart culture. Now, with the organic food, which they do sell a lot of course, they're gonna have bananas and avocados on the discount rack, just like any other grocery store. But they don't encourage that. They don't encourage theft. In fact, they punish it ruthlessly and brutally, both for customers and employees. And they have their own task force. They're called LPs, Loss Prevention Secret Shoppers, but they're really like secret shopper police. And they're very well equipped. They don't have guns or anything, I don't think. Maybe in some places they do, I have no idea. But they have great cameras in Walmart. They have a lot of skill, time, fun, and equipment to actually pursue thieves, and they do catch a lot. The LPs are good at their job. They're not Walmart employees. They don't take their breaks in our break room. They have their own office. You're not even really supposed to know who they are. They're not supposed to nod at you. We don't smile at each other, nothing. We're not friends. It's absolutely discouraged. Actually, I think they might even get fired if they're literally like associating with us. Like if they were to like date a Walmart employee, I think you can get fired for that, for being a loss prevention officer. They're the gateway though, right, to the theft of the place. And they charge anybody, they charge any employee, any customer. You know, they call the police. They have relationships with local police everywhere they are. And they have zero tolerance. Just zero tolerance on theft, zero tolerance on damaged products. They got zero tolerance with suppliers. Suppliers can cry all they want. They say, we don't care. You can lower your advertising price. Frito-Lay, for example. Walmart says, we advertise, we don't care. How does this all empower us? This is, well, it has responded. Walmart responds very uniquely and very aggressively to consumer demands. Walmart has some of the best market research in the entire world. The study of consumer habits, market trends, new products, new companies, new opportunities, right? New ideas. They do their homework, again, aggressively, because they do everything aggressively. In the name of increased profits, of course, in the terms of new avenues, but in terms of lowering price. One of the things they did to get huge was to revolutionize the distribution system of products. And by the way, I'm mostly talking about generic products. These aren't fine artisan products. We do not need mom and pop to retail us these products because mom and pop don't make these products. Mom and pop, artisanal, made from hand, Amish furniture, that type of stuff is its own market. It actually could potentially merge with Walmart because of the power that Walmart has. I happen to think that, well, with the organic food, it can easily just say, we're going to do 100% organic. Maybe within the next 36 months, maybe they come out and they say, you know what, we're going to go 100% organic on food. Maybe if that market demand was there for organic, fair trade, not poisonous dye clothing, maybe they would get into that. Who knows? To me, there's no reason why they couldn't do that. Most people really should be using a tailor anyways for most of the clothes that they're buying, you know, so there's no reason why Walmart couldn't supply quite generic, you know, but high quality clothing for a very reasonable price. And there's no reason it couldn't be fair trade and all that stuff. Many other things too. They could even get into culture. They could even support culture. Why not? A lot of things are up for sale right now. Movie theaters are up for sale right now. AMC theaters, I believe they're still up for sale. If Walmart decides to buy AMC theaters, a lot of Walmart's already kind of like a little mall. The glasses that I'm wearing on my face, I went to a fancy glasses place. I was kind of outraged at the prices. I didn't like all the fancy designs. I wanted a sturdy, pretty large frame, simple. Walmart had it at a very reasonable price. I think this was these $30 glasses. Great, they've lasted me 3 years or something, you know? We don't need specialized things for everything, right? We don't need specialized salespeople for everything. We don't need well-paid employees to do a lot of these jobs. Walmart, along with McDonald's and some other retailers, came out a long time ago and they said, we could really fire a lot of our workforce. We're just not doing it right now. You know, they said they could replace a lot of their workforces a long time ago, But one thing, they do employ a lot of people. Again, not great jobs, not recommending it, but they do employ a lot of people. Number two, a lot of what they pay their employees, true with McDonald's as well and many other retailers, since they offer employee discounts, a lot of what they pay their employees comes right back to them. Think about how many people work at Whole Foods or another major grocery store. Probably they buy a bunch of their food at that place, so they're giving a bunch of the paycheck back. These are Walmart doesn't really care about those details, I think, because they make so much money off of their baseline, which is getting wholesale products at the lowest possible price. They don't have many other competitors, but they do have other copiers of the system, the distribution system. Again, this distribution system, I'm arguing that it empowers us because it enhances productivity so much. It decreases waste so much. It streamlines it so much. There's so much waste in grocery delivery from farm to store. And there's a ton of waste in many other consumer products as well. And there's also a ton of other businesses that really suffered and died. I'm going to say they died because they weren't able to keep up with what was actually being sold compared to what was on their shelf. This is businesses that run out of their best-selling products and they got a bunch of stuff on their shelf for years that they're trying to sell and they're trying to discount and they end up losing money on it. Walmart doesn't do this because one of the things they did to get them big was their barcode system, where immediately when something was sold at a cash register, it went to the central distribution system and it told it to replace it immediately. And the things that didn't sell didn't get replaced. It literally automatically filters out what people want. So if everybody just stopped buying Johnson & Johnson and Jameson and whatever, the computer will just cut it off. Johnson & Johnson won't be able to do anything. They'll go to Walmart and they'll say, well, you need to buy more product. They'll say, we didn't sell any of your stuff. So the computer says, go back to, I said, I don't hate Walmart. I don't love it either. You can't, in my opinion. Like, it's not emotional. It's not going to show emotion to the companies that we don't like. It will not show emotion to like what we want. It'll just respond, right? We want organic food. It'll respond. We want gluten-free food. It responded. Drive across America. There's all kinds of gluten-free options in all kinds of obscure locations, even up here in the country. In my town, my little town, I like dried figs, and they double the price here. It's $4 for a little container. Walmart down the road, it's an hour down the road, it sells them at the going rate for the rest of the country, which is $2 for the same container, exact same product. It's just one example. They usually do have them in stock because people buy them. That's it. It's so simple. Same with dried dates. They have the best deal in town on dried dates, and they're always in stock. And could they provide other things? Well, right now, I'm into the small market world. We do business online, but we've always done markets. And when I moved here last year, we did markets. I'll show up with a table of books and other stuff. I got stuff, and I want to meet people. I want to meet local people. This is sort of what being a business owner is about. And this year, everything was canceled. So there was no cultural events. There was no art events. I couldn't meet any new people out there in my community. I couldn't sell any of my crafts. I couldn't sell my crafts. I couldn't promote my businesses. I couldn't sell my small things. Facebook Market is kind of taking over for that, by the way. So maybe that's another day to talk about Facebook. But Walmart is still open. And Walmart right now has gained a lot of leverage. Well, it's always had leverage, but it has an extreme amount of leverage right now to take over a lot of other businesses and incorporate it into its little mall structure. I don't know what the AMC deal is. I don't know if those come with those parking lots, which is what Walmart would be interested in. I don't know if they would just take the leasing rights and incorporate them in. Why do I say movie theaters? It's one of the only cultural things that we actually have left that can be provided to us on a retail level. But even things like what I was talking about, art and markets up here, what I just mentioned, yeah, I like doing markets, right? But they suck for people actually showing up. Most of the time you do a market, even in a big city, even some of these big events were suffering before the pandemic. The Toronto Health Expo became sad in its last few outings there. To me, it's another topic too, but they were having trouble bringing people out is what I'm saying. All the while, down the road, thousands of people are at Walmart, but the parking lot's full of people. There's no reason that Walmart couldn't actually take over some other functions, some other businesses that are struggling. And by the way, here again, mom and pop. I'm not bashing mom and pop. I'm a mom and pop business, basically myself. I provide products that Walmart they wouldn't do good at. They do good at some things, and they do them really well. Like, again, electronics, great example. They are doing food quite well, at least in this country, especially with organic food. Big props to them, big advancements. They're even listening now on no oil in certain products. I've seen that. This is great. And they're responding much quicker than the rest of the world. They're responding much quicker than the politicians who Health Canada or the FDA, when they make a mandate, they give industries 2 years, but they give them time to get it out of the market, out of their products. And Walmart can just put its fist down on things and just get it done. And it does get it done a lot of times. And sometimes even suppliers say, oh, we can't do this. And they say, you know what? Our market research team says that we could pretty much produce this ourselves with an outsourced subsidiary company that we'll put our own brand label on. And we can do it cheaper than you. And we'll just cut you right out. And this is good for electronics and stuff like that, you know? It's bad if the employees on the end are being treated poorly. That's up to us, though. Just like buying a stock, you want to know what your company is about. I do want to have some kind of background on where it's made and all that stuff. This is lacking in the Walmart category, obviously, but this is not Walmart's problem. This is an industry problem. I would like it to be produced better. If Walmart is made aware, and it's pretty hard for Walmart not to be aware because of its market research, but also you can still talk to Walmart. You can send it an email. You can call it, literally. But chances are, if you are looking for something specific, like something organic, and it's not available in your local town, it's probably not available at the other retailers in my local town anyways. And I don't think they can keep up with the type of scale and production to give me the actual good price. I don't think I can buy a terabyte hard drive in town for anywhere near the price that I can get it at Walmart down the street. And that matters, when we're talking hundreds of dollars for these types of products. And there is no waste involved. I mentioned the incineration. It's very minimal. It's very minimal, in my opinion, compared to what could be damaged and just pawned off at a lower price, which they would then have to adjust into how they calculate what they're going to charge. They have to now expect a certain amount of damage and returned goods, which is a whole heck of a lot of math that's unnecessary. Just the exact same way that they do have to calculate for theft. They do have to assume a certain percentage of theft. And they continue to invest in anti-theft, which is the loss prevention. People, the aggressive police relationship with charging employees, or at least handing employees and customers who have shoplifted over to the police. They do that to eliminate theft. They're going to keep doing all this stuff. Does any of this stuff make them an evil corporation? Like, I don't know. Do they treat their employees well? What is well? They give you a job. To me, they paid me like $7, I think. $7.25, maybe, back in 2008. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't remember. It was nothing. But my job was nothing. It's not a specialized job at all. It was not. Some people there made kind of okay living, but I don't think it's a good living. I didn't want to work there forever. And why should they? Does that make them evil to not be a great job? No. This is my opinion. Should Walmart employees be paid more? In my opinion, no. If anything, Walmart is doing a courtesy by still hiring cashiers. They don't need a lot of the people that they have. The only specialized people they need are the anti-theft people, truthfully. And I'm not even pro-police, but this is private business. Those are both private businesses. Walmart doesn't have the ability to charge you in Canada. Can't do that. Also, as a civilian, I can't say like, my brother hit me, I want you to charge him. The police don't have any obligation to actually charge them. They can investigate. You can report something. And Walmart just has good relationships, and they do. They report everything. They report every single theft that they catch. And they have the scale to provide us a lot of things that we do want. And they have political leverage. And we don't seem to have political leverage. It really doesn't seem to matter what we want from the market in terms of us talking to our politicians or something like that. In terms of trade laws, in terms of just laws and regulations in general. That doesn't seem to really help us. And we seem to really be talking to no one when we're trying to talk to the government about doing something about organic food, fair trade, stuff like this, right? A lot of people will be blown away if they've been boycotting Walmart by how much fair trade stuff they have in a lot of their locations, how much organic stuff, how much gluten-free stuff, and how high the quality of the products are compared to a lot of other retail stuff. Dollar stores, although they're not doing well this year, they sell a lot of stuff that just breaks. And I'm talking about just household stuff. Like, I worked at the hardware department of Walmart, And you should buy your stuff off of Walmart instead of a dollar store. And I'm talking little tools, little rakes for your gardens, the rollers for paints. Like, this is stuff I buy. And the ones that are from a lot of the retail locations that are not Walmart, a lot of those products suck. Or they have the same product and it costs more. And this is like almost true everywhere. It doesn't matter whether it's Home Depot or whatever. Like, tools are selling the same stuff. It's a sledgehammer. It's the same brand. And it costs more at the other location. Why? Just because Walmart has that edge on distribution. It has more aggressive policies. It is more of a dictatorship, and it's more successful because of it. And I think a lot of these other businesses are going to get pushed out one by one, or they're going to merge and conglomerate. AMC theaters and whatever, that's just one of them. That's only just a cultural example. But the optometrists and all this stuff, right? Like, if the malls are suffering and whole areas are being restricted for retail, some of the essential businesses are still suffering because the strip malls are dead. Everybody's assuming all this stuff's closed in a lot of these cities. This is what I'm hearing. But the optometrists in Walmart is still going to be open and all this stuff, right? The optometrists in the strip mall might be open too, but it's dead over there, right? You see what I'm saying? They've kind of accidentally here gained an advantage. I don't think we should hate them for that. They're still open. They're still allowed to be open, and people are going there. They're still flocking there, and they are providing us with a lot of stuff that we actually need and that our local retailers are not able to keep up with. Just to, again, further emphasize all the toilet paper, all that stuff, it costs more at my local grocery store, even though my local grocery store has leverage in its market, and meaning like it can get good quality products at a low price. It has a lot of money. It buys a lot of products. It sells a lot of products, but nowhere near the scale as Walmart. It's just it. So should Walmart take over the world? No, I don't know. No, I don't like Amazon either, by the way, but like, they are providing us with things that we want very efficiently. And I do support small businesses, but I think we as small businesses need to provide things that are unique and do have a special value, and that do not need to be just generically produced. Because if you think about it, like, how many of us small business people are actually producing generic products? Are we producing drills and tools and like, I don't even produce products, right? I represent another company. It's their products that they're producing. I get a commission in the recommendation process, right? I don't make that stuff. There is room for you making things. And by the way, one of the biggest markets in the whole world right now is like pretty much what we're doing right here. Making media, making content. It's where a lot of the money is generated for quote unquote small businesses, including ours. So Walmart doesn't make content, I don't think Walmart is interested in buying media houses or anything like that. Amazon seems to be. They want to influence. I don't like that. But anyways, point being, there's room for us all to exist. And the stuff that Walmart does, I don't think needed to exist in the first place. If you go to a small mom and pop tool shop, you probably will get good quality products. You're probably going to pay way more. And I don't think they have much of a future in this world. And the super maximum efficiency of the distribution system, I think, ensures that it responds immediately when we don't like products en masse, and it also responds to what we want, and it provides it. And as soon as you buy a gluten-free cookie off of their shelf, by the way, they're not there yet with like healthy gluten-free stuff, or the organic food. You go there and you buy some organic bananas, they know to funnel more and more money into those channels. They know to push further and further for fair trade and more labels, more gluten-free. A lot of them you see they have both USDA organic and GMO-free labels on it. Just part of this is Walmart's pressure to just make products more appealing because it has the world's best market research. So if you still hate Walmart, I mean, it's okay. It's okay, we don't all have to agree, but I don't have any real feelings towards Walmart, and I'm still going to use Walmart when I need to for certain things, especially the things that the rest of the retail world can't seem to keep up on. Doesn't mean I buy what I would call crap, I don't go in and buy Coca-Cola and stuff. I don't think other people should either. If we all stopped, Walmart will stop selling it real quick. So the influence and the change of the world is on us. It's never Walmart's problem or fault or like responsibility. Whoever said it was up to Walmart to change the world? Like, I hear so much hate about these big companies, but in Walmart, all it's done is tighten up its screws more and more and grow more and more. I don't think they're going anywhere anytime soon, and we can participate or not, but they're one of the only ones in my region. Probably not that many people listening are as isolated as I am, but they're one of the only ones out here that are actually with the times and providing us what we want on a timely basis. And even the local little grocery store up here is often running out of the stuff that we want. It cannot keep up. I'm talking about the organic, I'm talking about the gluten-free. And anyways, guys, I made my point here. It gives you something to think about. I find it interesting. I appreciate you guys for listening. Until next time. And make sure to check out my art account, Notice Art. Got a lot of stuff on there, but I've also thrown up pretty much a free course in how to paint in oils and do it economically. I'm going to put lots of other stuff there. And I've also published a book of my drawings. It's kind of my life work. It's about 20 years worth of drawings, and it's up on Amazon at a pretty good price, I think.